going to talk about labor versus C-section, and so many people get confused. I happen to experience both. I'm not an expert, and again, as I said, these views are my own, and whatever you take out of it, it is not a blueprint to motherhood. So I happened to experience both, labor pains, and eventually I, delivered my child through C-section. As anyone would tell you, labor pain is a pain that can't be explained, but I'll try and explain it as I felt. So it started off in the evening at around 4 a.m., I would say, and it started as cramps, like you're feeling crampish. After like 30 minutes, you're like feeling crampish again. Very comfortable, because if you've gone through cramps, you know how they feel like. You can definitely deal. And as we progressed, the feeling was like that for the next, from 4 a.m. All the way to like noon. And at around noon, that's when I'm like, okay, these cramps are becoming stronger. And you can't quite feel any contraction, but you're feeling crampish, but on an X2 level. It developed like that, and at around 3 p.m., I started feeling some type of way. Okay, I'm like, okay, this is definitely not cramps. This must be labor. Again, I'd researched a lot about, being in labor and everything. And when I go to the toilet, yes, you actually, I don't want to go into details of it. And yeah, you actually realize, indeed, this is labor. So I'm chilling and I'm like, okay, this doesn't look painful. I think I can handle it. So we chill. I eat lunch. I was actually going to go to the office, but called my boss and she told me, you're definitely in labor, so just stay at home and wait until when time comes. Again, having read so many articles and having talked to so many mothers before me, they told me up until you are in an unbearable pain, that's when you go to the hospital. So I was just at home waiting for that pain to come. I was at home up till say now 7 p.m. This is when shit is starting to get serious. I'm like, okay, the way it comes and you hold your stomach, you're trying to turn. So I decided, let me go to bed and sleep for like 30 minutes. I did not quite sleep because the pain kept coming. So the intervals started reducing from 30 minutes to 15 minutes. I'm like, hey, okay, I can bear it. I'm just turning, I'm feeling some type of way. When it comes, you're stretching and you're holding yourself, you're sort of feeling uncomfortable, but when it disappears, you're fine. When the pain comes again, it's like a stitch, but a bit stronger and a bit more rigid, and it's a movement. It's not a stitch per se. You can't quite explain it, but I hope you get what I mean. It got to around 8 and the pain started becoming intense. I couldn't. So when the pain comes, it's gripping. I'm trying to, hold myself. I'm trying to, you can sort of, you want to scream, but I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. So I was living with somebody, and of course being asked that, do you want to go to hospital or can you hold it? I'm like, I think I can hold it, so let me hold it. The pain comes again now in intervals of like, I think 15 minutes still, but the pain is intense. So that's when I'm like, hey, can I really handle it? So I'm like, hey, let's go to Husi, see how this goes. I get to the hospital. I was at Avenue, and they checked how far I have dilated. How do they check how far you've dilated? They wear their gloves. They, insert their fingers into you know what, and they check. So once they checked and they told me, you are 4 centimeters dilated, and yeah, you're staying in hospital. I'm like, okay, fine, perfect. I stayed in hospital. I went upstairs. I was actually comfortable. Yes, the pain was coming, but I was comfortable. I could climb up the, lift up to the, all the way to the labor ward. And that is when shit started becoming serious. The pain was coming and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't do anything. It is so intense. It cuts through your body. I don't know. It's a pain you don't want. I'm like, oh my God. I'm 4 centimeters and I'm feeling like this already. So yeah, it was like that from 9 p.m. and I was screaming my lungs out. I'll be honest. No one had peace in that hospital. It was painful. It was unbearable. I couldn't bear it. I think I thought I couldn't. It was cutting through my entire body. Like, it comes and you feel like holding on to anything you can hold to at that moment. It's different for everybody, but at least for me, I couldn't handle it. I can't even remember. I remember it got to a point, my labor pain came and I had to go to the toilet to literally throw up. It was too painful, I had to throw it all up. Like, I can't. God, can you just bring this baby already? So after intervals, they keep checking how far along you've dilated. And I was making progress from 4 centimeters all the way to 6 centimeters. And that was round about 12 in the morning. And so, you know, the nurses were checking up on me. Everyone was checking up on me. They were checking the baby's heartbeat. Of course, they would, it's necessary for them to do that. And it went on like that. The pain is unbearable. That's all I can say. And it got to 1 a.m. I think. I don't remember, but I think it was 1 a.m. when the doctor was called. I remember the nurse checking the baby's heartbeat, and she's panicked. Like, she really panicked, and she told me, okay, I'm going to call the doctor, you hang in there. I'm like, okay, what is up there? I forgot my water broke. They had to break my water, sorry. When they checked how far I have dilated, it so happened that my water broke. So I was in full swing labor, if you will. So yeah, that's how it happened. And the doctor came. The baby's cord had apparently surrounded her neck, so I couldn't go on. The baby was in distress. I was exhausted. I really wanted to push, as anyone would have. I think most mothers want to push. I don't know about you. And I just wanted to feel the experience, but I can tell you for a fact, I did not think I don't think I was made for that. Maybe God had a reason. So I went to the operating room. Of course, at that time, I was in intense labor. I was, taken through by a wheelchair all the way to the other room, and I was anesthetized. Of course, I was asked whether I want to. I couldn't. I was in so much pain. I was like, please, just inject the crap out of me. I want this baby out. So I remember they did inject me on my, of course, spine. And I couldn't even feel the pain. My labor pain was so painful, I couldn't feel no pain. So I told him, please, just make sure you put as much anesthesia as you can, because I have had enough of the pain and I just want my baby out. So it was at that juncture I sort of, went numb, blacked out, and 3:17, my baby girl was born, and voila, I was happy. Is there any preference? Really, I think for as long as your baby is safe, your baby is healthy, and you have been going to your clinics and you've been advised, really, it doesn't make you less of a mom if you decide to deliver via C-section. It doesn't make you more of a mom if you decide to do the natural birth. In my opinion, I think whatever floats your boat. If in your heart you think you can't do it, or for whatever reasons you think, this is not my thing, if for any health reasons the doctor has told you, you can't do natural, please do listen to the doctor. Follow through your checkups. Again, I did follow through my checkups, but you need to factor finances. Of course, you need to plan ahead. You need to, in case of any emergency, you need to make sure that you have everything in place, because anything can happen. Was labor pain intense? Is it overrated? No, it is not overrated. That shit is painful. I respect mothers who, if anything, it's true, it makes you respect your mother more. My mom has 6 children, and I'm like, And of course, kitambo, our parents used to push quite a lot. So I'm like, mad respect. mad respect. I respect you. I respect you. So yeah, that was my brief experience. And if you asked me if either works, I think listen to your doctor, go to your clinics, find out. You may have health reasons, you may have your reservations, you may have whatever it is you may have, but the buck stops on either your status and your health status, and what the doctor tells you, and the clinics you've been going through and your records. So that is that, and that is the end of it. If there's anything you need to ask, if there's anything you need to know, if there's anything you need to find out, just comment down below. And next time I'm actually going to talk about, now that I went through C-section, how did I handle it. Yep. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope we can go through this journey together. If you have any comments, if there's anything I've left, feel free to let me know so that I can plug it in. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Mwah.